Tiffany, the Art Route was announced in June and it looks like it's starting to take shape. Can you give us an update on where we are?
You bet. So, right before the Arts Festival, we formally unveiled the first crosswalk, and that was really more of a promotional piece to kick off and remind Central Iowans that the Art Route was coming. Today, as we stand, we have many of the dots have been installed, painted throughout about 6 miles of sidewalks throughout downtown. And next up in the next few days, we'll be painting the chevrons, which will point to the different pieces of public art throughout downtown.
And the dots sort of show us the way.
That's right. So literally, if you think about connecting the dots, you walk and follow the dots to direct you to all of the 87 works of public art downtown.
And what about websites, apps? How do we learn about
Yeah,
this?
so the Public Art Foundation has put together a really helpful app, and it's free to download. And essentially, what you can do is you just pull up their app through the App Store, and then it can guide you through to all of the different works of public art. So it's not only an experience that you're walking through downtown and seeing all of the public art, you can also pull up and learn more about all of the public art just with a few clicks of your phone.
And so what's the overall goal
Yeah.
of the program?
So the Art Route has been a work in progress for about 2 years, and this really stemmed from the Boston Freedom Trail, experiencing that. When we were there and saw that the Boston Freedom Trails, it really connected you to about 18 points of interest throughout Boston with this beautiful cobblestone red brick path. And we thought, why can't Des Moines do something like this? And what could we connect it to? Well, research will show you that of the 3 million visitors that come to Greater Des Moines every year, about 750,000 of them approximately say they're coming here specifically for public art. And then the research also shows that about half of them say they can't find it. Certainly the sculpture park is very visible, easy to find, but there are other works of art like this pocket of art that may not be as visible to individuals that don't know the city as well as we do. So as we were talking through all of that and also looking at the Capital Crossroads Vision Plan and how there is so much interest from an economic development perspective and from the city's perspective for walkability to get more people out on the streets walking around downtown, all of those things came together and it made perfect sense to create the Art Route.
You mentioned the visitors to Greater Des Moines. How does this play into the quality of life questions for those who live here already?
So when we were doing our research, we couldn't find any other city that's combining both the painted crosswalks with the painted connector path in this specific way. So we believe that this is first of its kind, and we're going to market it that way. So not only is this a key distinguisher and differentiator for us as a region and as a city for us to tell the story from an economic development perspective, but also from a visitor perspective. So it does absolutely increase and back up that quality of life statement that we talk about all the time, and it's also a great visitor draw.
And what's the sort of diversity of the pieces? Is age diversity, types of art?
Yeah, so there are 87 works of public art, and part of what makes this so unique is that the Art Route is open 24/7, 365. So we wanted to make it very accessible so that kids, anyone can walk through and see and learn about public art. And there is a great diversity. So there are sculptures such as this, there are lighted sculptures, there are also some sculptures and public artworks that are inside of buildings but viewable from the street. So again, all of those have been curated and living on that Public Art Foundation app so that you can learn more.
And you mentioned that some of the painting is done and some is yet to be completed. What's the kind of time frame for the additional work?
Well, as long as the weather holds, we'll be able to get those chevrons in the next few days and hopefully have the project wrapped up before Thanksgiving. That said, we will come back in the spring and apply those 14 different crosswalks. So the crosswalks are a little bit of a different animal, not only because the product that will be used is different, but also because of the street itself. the asphalt is a little bit different of a makeup. So we want to make sure that this project is as sustainable as possible. So we've been testing out different products, talking very closely, working closely with the city, traffic and engineering to make sure that we have the right product in place. And it looks like the spring would be the best time to lay those.
And which organizations are involved in this project then?
We have been very fortunate to have many organizations involved. From a planning perspective, from the very beginning, the Convention and Visitors Bureau, Catch Des Moines has been very involved, Public Art Foundation certainly, and the Greater Des Moines Partnership, Downtown Community Alliance. And in addition to that, we've continued to grow and have more individuals from a committee perspective, but also funders that have led to this project actually taking shape. So Wells Fargo, Principal, Come and Go, City of Des Moines, City of West Des Moines is actually expanding and creating an art pocket there around City Hall. There's a long list. MPO, they're all on the website, which is artroutedsm.com. But we're very grateful to all of the different organizations that have stepped forward and said, this project is important and will increase the quality of life here in our city.